Harry Styles reacts to Olivia Wilde receiving custody papers. Is there anything else much more scandalous than receiving custody papers publicly? For most celebrities, these issues get tangled up so much that sometimes we forget all about what went down, including the juicy parts. But courtesy of this video, all is not lost. So stay tuned to discover how Harry Styles reacted to Olivia Wilde receiving custody papers and all that went down at the time. Harry is doing everything he can to support Olivia emotionally through all of this. A source exclusively told Hollywood Life, or HL, he doesn't have children of his own, but he sees how much love she has for her kids, and he will do everything that can to show her kids and her this same type of love. Harry has been a rock for her, and he has shown her what true love is again. Olivia Wilde's boyfriend Harry Styles has stepped up to the plate in defense of his lady love, as though Jason Sudeikis was serving her ex-fiancé with custody papers at CinemaCon on April 26th. Her current lover has stepped up to show his support for the Booksmart director. A weird-looking woman walked up on stage, Olivia, as she was speaking at CinemaCon, and handed her a yellow-colored private and confidential envelope. A source informed HL that documents were related to Otis 8 and Daisy 5 and the 2 children she has with Jason. The audience members and Olivia were both perplexed by the scenario as she tried to avoid making a fuss over it. According to the HL source, who further commented on the issue, Harry and Olivia Wilde's relationship has improved since they became so close. Their friendship and intimacy have grown while working together on Don't Worry Darling, which is a way for them to take the attention off their own personal things. As the insider said, Olivia felt she would not be able to handle it all, and Harry was able to stand up. Over and over again, Harry has shown her that he is here for the long haul. As the source commented, the previous informant at HL noted, the papers were served to Olivia at the event were drawn up to establish jurisdiction relating to the children of Miss Wilde and Mr. Sudeikis, demonstrating that Jason was unaware of the location where she would be served. Mr. Sudeikis had no prior knowledge of the time or place that the envelope would have been delivered, as this would solely be up to the process service company involved, and he would never condone her being served in such an inappropriate manner. The informant commented, despite an 8-year engagement, Olivia and Jason decided to call it quits in 2020 and never got legally married. He popped the question in 2012. Nonetheless, let's find out what Jason had to say about the whole mess. I'll have a better understanding of why in a year, he told the publication, and an even better one in 2 and an even greater one in 5. And I don't go from being, a book of my life to becoming a chapter to a paragraph to a line to a word to a doodle. Jason added of the split. That's an experience that you either learn from or make excuses about. You take some responsibility for it. Hold yourself accountable for what you do, but then also endeavor to learn something beyond the obvious from it. While this went on is when Olivia met up with Harry shortly after the split from Jason. Meanwhile, as this was going on, Jason found a new partner who is a 34-year-old British model and Ted Lasso star Kelly Hazel. In February 2021, Page 6 and The Sun originally reported that the two were dating. Their relationship was officially cemented on June 27th when they were spotted kissing and cuddling in New York City. Jason went to Kelly when he found out about his ex-wife and Harry, a source for The Sun said in February, according to the British newspaper. This was a difficult period for him, but she was a rock and a beacon of light. And now, more than a year later, the man serves Olivia custody papers? What is going on here? And I know that you guys want to know, how the hell did Jason not know that the custody papers were being handed to his ex when it happened? Tell us in the comments what you think of this. As a source told The Hollywood Reporter, Mr. Sudeikis had no prior knowledge of the time or place that the envelope would have been delivered, as this would solely be up to the process service company involved, and he would never condone her being served in such an inappropriate manner. But as clear as day, we know that there is more to that. However, it is not as clear as most of us who feel bad for Olivia think. According to one fan of the ex-couple on Reddit, "I'm not either, but I lived in KC and have a lot of friends that have run-ins with him. He seems to be a really solid guy and does a lot of charity events in the KC area. For a guy that has always played the jovial Midwestern charm guy, this doesn't seem like it would fit his brand. I think it happened yesterday or the day before and people ran with a story that he served her. Well, technically he did, but in reality, some asshole took the easy and sleazy way of serving. Probably cost his company a lot of business from local firms. Well, what can we say? But there you have it." Harry Styles react to Olivia Wilde receiving custody papers. Don't fail to check back with us for the most recent news from the entertainment industry. And don't forget to leave a comment on this video's comment section about the story. Right after adding your comment with your views, I'll ask you to subscribe and please hit the notification bell right now.